This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch. Why you took me off the motherfucking schedule with your trifling, dirty, white, racist ass, you big, fat bitch, oompa loompa body ass bitch. I'm coming up there and I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you.
All right, Jimmy, tell us how you feel.
Hey you guys, welcome back to the C is for Class, and I am Cameron, as you all know. So as you can see by the title of this video, this is a little bit of a different video than I usually do. This is a video essay, so this video is going to be a little bit longer than usual. Well, not a little bit, a lot. We will be talking about Bad Girls Club, but not just any Bad Girls Club season, season 11. Which, if you are a BGC fan or familiar with the show, you know season 11 was notorious and infamous and is widely hated by the community and the fan base. But I think season 11 has a lot of interesting things in it, and I want to do an in-depth analysis because that's what I like to do. So, first I was going to title this video, BGC 11 is great and here's why.
I am not going to do that.
Because I don't know if I can convince y'all like that, so I'm not even going to try. However, I am going to change the title to, well, you should know by now. So, is BGC 11 as bad as we remember? I'm going to be doing an episode-by-episode analysis of the little interactions, the dynamics, the drama, the girls, and seeing is season 11 really as bad as the fan base painted out to be. Before I get started, I want to be known that I am looking at this show from a narrative standpoint. Bad Girls Club was a show that was filmed 24 hours a day and was condensed into a 45-minute episode. Only people who really know what happens are the production and the girls who were in that house. With that being said, when I speak on these girls, I'm speaking on the characters that they are portrayed as by the production and editing team on this TV show that was broadcasted, okay? I'm not speaking on any of these girls' characters personally, as I do not personally know them, and they are real people with real feelings and deserve to be treated with respect. With that being said, I am not going to be biased towards any of the girls. I want to give them each all a fair analysis and respect that they deserve.
Period.
So, with that being said, let's get into the video. Let's think, what makes a good Bad Girls Club season? Likeable girls, relatable drama, fair fights, funny quotes, and a good reunion, and etc. Also, good backstory. Season 11 is known as the worst season of Bad Girls Club, downfall of BGC, the Jumper Host season, as well as the Wolfpack, replacements.
Lots and lots and lots.
Fun fact, season 11 has the second largest cast in BGC history. BGC 11 has the most controversial and most hated cast. And lastly, BGC 11 is remembered for their three standout girls, being Sarah, Janelle, and to an extent, Shanae. I'm going to be starting with episode 1. So, what does episode 1 have? Introductions, storyline, early conflict, the first night out, and stereotypes. Bad Girls Club has a lot of stereotypes, and every season they try to put these girls into at least one or more categories in order to form storylines that are cohesive and coherent so the audience can follow and be interested. These stereotypes are the single mother, the classy girl, the hood girl, the stripper, the lesbian, the drunk, the instigator, the landlord or whoever's running the house, the blonde girl or dumb girl, the star, the big girl, the white girl, the plastic girl, the comedian, and the fighter. Now these are just a few stereotypes, and I'm sure you guys can think of a lot more, but
This is just what I came up with.
so, with that being said, let's get into episode 1. So, the episode starts off with a flash forward of the house versus Janelle, which I think is very, very smart considering that Janelle won't be entering the house for several weeks, and it gives the viewers something to look forward to. As far as introductions go, the first girl we get introduced to is Tiana.
I'm like the boogeyman. Just don't cross my path, because once you cross my path, I'm coming to get you.
Welcome to Miami, that's how it is. We got dollars in the sky falling slide.
And Tiana compares herself to the boogeyman, which I think is really interesting considering she's gonna be like one of the main antagonists of the season and one of the main aggressors when it comes to girls in the house. As far as her stereotype, Tiana equals hood girl. Also, since Bad Girls Club was a weekly aired show, I'm going to be looking at the show from a narrative standpoint, and I will be pointing out the main antagonist of every single episode. For those of you who don't know, the antagonist is the force that goes against the protagonist. And a protagonist is basically the main character. And since Bad Girls Club is mostly or mainly a ensemble cast, and they focus on multiple girls at once, I'm gonna be pretty much everybody is the protagonist, minus the antagonist. Just wanna get that out the way. Along with the antagonist, I'm also gonna be pointing out how the show frames their antagonism, vilifies them, if that makes any sort of sense. Now the next girl we get introduced to is Tess. Now considering that this is Tess's first and last episode, I am going to be focusing on her a little bit more than the show did, considering this will be the last time we see her. Also, Tess wasn't there long enough to get a stereotype, so I'm not going to classify her. Well, you know what? White girl. That's easy. Now the next girl is Sarah, and Sarah, interestingly enough, points out a lot of the stereotypes that I listed beforehand, including this one.
Dumb blonde, you see the black girl who's in charge, you see the bitchy girl, you see the crazy girl. It's kind of like I'm all that in one.
Shake it to the floor, drop your head. I like a swag.
The black girl who's in charge. The black girl who's in charge. The black girl who's in charge.
I'm not gonna give my opinion on that one. It was interesting. As far as Sarah goes and stereotypes, she's classified as the blonde girl and the star. Now the first two girls to meet are Sarah and Tess, and within their first interaction, we get the show's first instance of them portraying a girl as fake. And so in the initial scene, we see Tess and Sarah getting along and Tess being very nice and welcoming to Sarah. But then in her interview, we see her downplaying and talking bad about Sarah for the fact that she has a bodyguard. Kind of downplaying Sarah's importance and kind of seeing as her having a bodyguard is really invalid. Take a look.
I would think Nicki Minaj has a bodyguard. Kim Kardashian has a bodyguard. A celebrity. Like I'm talking VH1, MTV, music videos. They've got bodyguards. I'm kind of confused.
From a viewer standpoint, this makes her look considerably fake. Now the next girl is Mylin, and she was by far the easiest girl to categorize as far as stereotypes because literally her nickname is
The Instigator.
Doesn't get any clearer than that. One of the interesting things about this episode is that later on, Sarah's gonna get criticized for talking too much and saying too much, but in Mylin's first interaction with Teresa, the show does this.
Mimi, she's really loud.
I want to say I'm 22, I'm 24. I'm so tiny, like I want to gain weight. I think I annoy people. So hungry.
Now, Teresa was kind of hard to stereotype or put into a category, so I just put white girl. That's kind of like the default right here. However, later on we get more backstory about Teresa and more into her storyline. The show kind of paints her as the drunk. The next girl we meet is Stephanie, and she falls into the, guess it again, hood girl category. While I stated that the lesbian is a stereotype, out of respect for Stephanie and Mylin's sexual orientation or identity, I'm going to refer to them as they refer to themselves, so I'm going to call they are bisexual and, in Mylin's case, sexually fluid. The last girl to arrive is Camornahh12, who is infamous among the BGC community and BGC fans as one of the most hated bad girls in Bad Girls Club history. To this day, they do not like Camornahh12. So when it comes to stereotypes, Camornahh12 is the hood girl and the star. So next is the conflict of the episode, with the first half being dedicated to Tess and the second half being overwhelmingly dedicated to Sarah. One of the main storylines that really goes through the first episode is this racial tension between Sarah and Mylin. Here are some clips.
Wait, so who are we missing?
The black girl.
Oh, the black girl.
Don't say the black girl. Puerto Rico, you look black in your picture. That makes me mad.
The what? The black girl. Sarah, you need to chill. I don't care if your butt is bigger than all the black girls in the house. Don't say comments like that.
The ones that date the white boys, they always want to tan and like do white girl stuff.
Excuse me, dear. I am mixed with white.
Are you?
Fine, yes.
Are you half and half?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, so you can get, you're still white.
Sarah, you're in a house with a mixed girl and 2 other black girls and then a Puerto Rican girl. Are you trying to get beat up on the first day?
Yeah, don't think because you date black guys, you can say everything.
Bitch, you're white. Shut the up. You are 3/4 white. Just because you got a tan, I'm not trying to hear that. And you can't be saying the N-word either because you're a white bitch.
In my opinion, I really do feel like Sarah should watch her mouth because the next time she just says whatever, and I feel like I'm getting cross, is really gonna get real, and I'm putting my hands to work.
Sarah makes a lot of comments about Mylin being biracial, and while you can view these comments as racist or you cannot view them as racist, but this is I don't know what I want to say on this one. I'm thinking to myself what I want to say on this one. So the main antagonist of the episode is Sarah, hands down. Throughout the episode we get Sarah versus Tess, Sarah versus Mylin, Sarah versus Teresa, and Sarah versus Tiana. Please note that when I say versus, I'm not talking exclusively to physical altercations, I'm also including verbal arguments as well. The first instance of drama is Sarah classifying Tess as goth and Tess taking a lot of offense to it, which is kind of brushed off really quickly, but it kind of serves as like, I guess, Tess's arc in the episode. Not really that she has an arc because she was there for such a short time, but that was her storyline from the moment that she was there. Her storyline. Now the big bulk of the conflict in the episode, the racial tension between Mylin and Sarah, with Sarah making several comments about Mylin being biracial. This all culminates in the wrestling match between Tiana and Sarah, which Mylin instigates and hypes up to happen. It's kind of painted as a karma thing for all the things that Sarah has said throughout the entire episode, and it's kind of painted in a justice is served kind of way, if you catch my drift. Last but not least, we are left on a cliffhanger with Sarah versus Tiana in their wrestling match to keep us tuning in till next week. There wasn't much to say about this episode because this was the introduction episode where we get to meet the girls. Not much drama happened until the end, so there wasn't really a lot to say about it. As far as the first episode, season 11 hasn't gotten too bad or isn't super bad, but as you know, all good things must come to an end. So we're gonna get into it more in depth. So to sum up episode 1, here are some plot points. We get the introduction to the girls, Sarah painted as a loudmouth villain, Tess leaving, the beginning of Sarah's beef with Mylin. Lastly, we get Sarah's wrestling match with Tiana. Now, when I was originally looking back at season 11, I was trying to think of ways the season could be a lot better, could be a lot more interesting, and that people could hate it a lot less. And one of those things I was thinking was if Tess had stayed, considering that we didn't get to see much of Tess's personality, we didn't really get to see her storyline. Well, we got a hint of it with the motorcycle accident, but we really didn't get to see how her dynamic would be in the house and how she would interact with the other girls outside of Teresa. However, considering how badly the girls talked about her from such a short time period, I can only assume that the girls would just gang up on her, jump her, and then kick her out, which would have made the show be exactly where it is today. So that's all I have to say on episode 1 as far as the analysis. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to the C is for Class, and share this video with all your BGC friends and fans. If this video gets a lot of views or gets a lot of, interactions, then I will make more. However, share, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning into the C is for Class. I really appreciate the support and the love and you guys coming back each week. And I'm done. So, that being said, this is Cameron, signing off.